This is Yohhamgambal. We're back playing Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga. Last time we beat the game, we beat the final boss, and we don't know what happened. But we are now going on to take on the very final secret boss I've mentioned. This boss can only be done after going to the very top of the tower and talking to Gale, and then leaving immediately after. This fight is with the legendary Demi-Fiend. Now, you're probably wondering, well, who the hell is this Demi-Fiend character? Well, let me tell you, he is fucking hard. And I don't normally cuss, but he is goddamn difficult. The Demi-Fiend is from Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, which is an extremely difficult RPG that I am playing through on my own time because I would love to LP it for you guys. He is the main character of that game, and basically his whole game is around becoming the strongest demon to create a world of their design. There's different kind of karmas in the system where eventually you choose how the world will eventually be reformed. But that is not what we're here for in this game. In this game, we are here to defeat him. And amazingly enough, he has his battle theme, which is great. So the Demi-Fiend is extremely difficult for a number of reasons. One, he is extraordinarily powerful. His physical attacks can do shit tons of damage. He is extremely strong, and you have to be level 90 for this. At least level 90. So my main character, Surf, is level 98, and Celio and Argilla are like 93. So you have to be in your 90s. There is no other way around it. And this fight is extremely hard because if you come into this fight with null death, he will instantly kill you. You are not allowed to have null death. You have to have death resistance, but you are not. You can have death resist, but you are not allowed null death, or he will instantly kill you with his strongest move. And this fight takes a lot of luck. And this fight, in fact, I am using this strategy known as the Red Star strategy, and I'll explain it a little more as we go along. But right now, our main goal is to get rid of his two buddies. We need to get rid of them, and as you can see, he really likes to use Taunt, which will make our attack go up, but will make our defense go way down. And then he gets rid of our bonuses by getting rid of them. But yeah, this fight is extraordinarily difficult, and you have to have death resist. I would also recommend physical resist too, and salvation and celestial ray, because you need to do damage. And I would recommend you get rid of the elephant guy first, because we need him to summon, so this fight is really difficult because every time you kill one of his monster friends, he'll summon another one, and he can actually just keep resummoning new monsters. There's no end to them. And what makes him even more difficult is if you get him to like a certain amount of health, his enemies will, his monster buddies will sacrifice themselves to fully heal his HP and MP. I believe his MP, but his HP will be fully healed. So he is absolutely terrible. So to win this fight, you have to cheese it by getting his monsters into an AI loop, and that is what I do. I'm sure there's a way to beat it legitimately, but I tried and I cannot do it. And this fight is cut out a shit ton because it is such a long fight. This fight literally took me like 40 minutes to do. It is that insane. And I was so happy when I beat it. So, like I said, you want to get rid of one of his monster friends. It doesn't really matter which. I usually go for the elephant. Well, actually, I got rid of both, which is fine. And he'll summon his waifu, which is his pixie. Now, pixie is very... Okay, now, this is important because you need to... It's actually good that my main character fell asleep, because he will use... I have an ability where I dodge attacks, I believe, when you're asleep, and you absolutely need it, because without it, you will die. Because when he summons Pixie, he likes to use an attack that is instant death, but the only way to dodge it is to fall asleep and then have the dodge ability on there. Otherwise, you will die, and this is it. It's instant death. There's no way to survive it. And if you have null death when you start the battle, he'll use that. So anyways, what this strategy entails, the Red Star strategy, like I said, is you need to make sure that it's Pixie and one other enemy, I forgot what his name is, but he'll appear eventually. You need to make Pixie run out of MP. So you need to constantly make her keep attacking you and running out of MP until she has no more. So she needs to throw out basically like 30 Megalodon, throw out 30 of those attacks. And yes, this guy's very annoying too. But he's important to the strategy. So eventually what you gotta do is make Pixie run out of MP, and then you're gonna use stat buffs attacks. And then the guy in the middle will waste a turn getting rid of them. And it's kind of hard to explain, but basically you're keeping the two. You're making sure Pixie can't use the healing ability that will completely heal the Demi-Fiend, and you're keeping the guy in the middle to use Dejecta so that he also won't heal the Demi-Fiend. So you're just preoccupying both of them so they can't do anything to help their master, while you will slowly whittle him down. And that's basically the fight. That's what the Red Star strategy is. I believe it's called the Red Star strategy because that was the name of the user who figured out this strategy. But yeah, though, it is an incredibly hard fight. Even with this strategy, it takes a lot of luck. I actually had to fight him 7 times before I actually... Was it 7? It was at least 7. I know it was not anything less than 7. It was at least 7 before this strategy actually worked, because it is that hard. And the funny thing is, you get an item for it in the second game, but the item isn't that good. It just gives you like a 5 stat boost to all of your stats, which sounds good, but it's an item that you have to equip. So in the next game, there's equipable items. So that's one item you. I mean, it might be useful if I power it up, but it's just annoying. So, yep, as you can see now, though, I'm actually attacking the Demi-Fiend. And so, yeah, that's all you basically get to do, though. You just keep Yep, see, because what the point is, they'll try and get rid of, so if you put debuffs on the characters, the Pixie will try and get rid of it, but she doesn't have any MP, so she can't. And then if you raise your agility or something, he'll try and get rid of it, and he will. He'll try and get rid of it, and he'll just keep using that turn. So both of them are too preoccupied to use the healing ability on the Demi-Fiend, because otherwise they would sacrifice themselves and heal him, and he would get all of his HP back. But by doing that, he can't. And that's the strategy. You just have to trick them into a loop where they do nothing but get rid of the try and get rid of the stat debuffs, and try and get rid of your buffs. So yeah, once you do that, though, I mean, like I said, it sounds easy, but it's actually really hard because it takes a lot of luck. Because sometimes Pixie will just go ahead and use the healing move right in the middle, or you miscount how many times she used her Almighty spell. It just goes downhill super fast, and you really don't want to make a mistake here. So yeah, I was just being careful. I'm like, no way am I possibly... Yeah, it was just... But yeah, though, once you get... Because you can get 6... Because I got 6 debilitates on him, and as you can see, he can't hit me. He can't... And when he does like 0... He does like only 50 damage. So yeah, once you finally get it working right, the fight becomes really easy. But before then, it is super hard. And yeah, though, thankfully now Surf and Celio can both attack, because he's never gonna... Pixie can never get rid of the debuffs because she doesn't have the MP to get rid of them, and he's just constantly going to try and he's just going to keep getting rid of our evasion, so we'll just keep making Argilla put more evasion up, so that's it. And that's the fight right there. So that's the Demi-Fiend. I cut out a lot of this fight, though, because, like I said, this fight is roughly 30 minutes long. It is not a quick fight. It is extremely long, and if you make a mistake, it will cost you the battle. So, yeah. I remember when I finished it, I was like so happy. This fight and the Beast Queen from Drekengard are still some of my proudest moments in my... Well, not my proudest, but I mean just my video game stuff. I'm just like, yes! So good. So damn good. Fortunately, Surf is mute, which is a little annoying, but it's not the worst thing ever. Just go for salvation. Just heal them. Not a big deal, honestly. But this fight is pretty much almost over. But yeah, though, it's really cool that the Demi-Fiend is in this game. It'll be more impactful if we played Nocturne first, but I didn't. I would like to play Nocturne in the future, but I'm playing through the game, and it is very hard. It is, without a doubt, one of the hardest RPGs I've ever done. It is, even on normal mode, it is super hard. I would like to actually LP it on hard mode, but normal mode is already really freaking hard as it is. It's not even funny how hard it is. But it's fun, though. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I don't know why I keep using Debilitate. I think I was just really nervous that the Debilitate would eventually go away. I don't know if Debilitate has a time limit. I don't think it does, but I was just so nervous that it might have gone away, and then Pixie wouldn't keep using her attack. Would heal him. But here you go. That's the fight, and that's it right there. So, oh, actually, Celio and Argilla were level 90. Yeah, you need to be like 99. It is such a hard fight. It would have been easier if I was 99, but the training is, even with the Titania hallway, is still super long. But like I said, when you beat him, you get a ring, which is an equipable item in the second game. So yeah, there's that. I haven't got to that point yet where I got the ring, so I don't know if it's really worth all the fight. Yep, and that's a thing he said. That's important in his game. But I will see you later. Bye then.